Hey there, YouTube fam. How's it going? Happy Friday. It's probably not morning anymore. It's 12:30 p.m. But I wanted to share something with you. I wanted to make a video earlier this morning, but house had to be cleaned, dishes had to be done, floor had to be swept, and floor had to be mopped. Anyway, I'm just sitting down. This is not a mukbang, just eating. And but I wanted to share something with you. Something that keeps bugging me, and I don't think I'll be able to let it go until I get this down. And it seems like I can hold myself more accountable than not when I make a video. So I'm gonna move my phone a little bit because I don't like that glare on my video. I mentioned that to you yesterday and probably several other videos. But I gotta get this off my chest. But and it's not gonna quit bugging me until I get it down. I kind of use YouTube as a diary, so I go back probably a couple of years when I was working for this courier business, and I can't let it go. You know, when you're working for excuse me, sorry for that. Um, my cabbage rolls from yesterday are still coming up, so um um, how do you say, your coworkers are not your friends. But I can admit, from the last business and the same business that I made, I'm out of focus. Or I'm out of view. Sorry for that. I'm just trying to keep. I've not had a shower yet, so this is me looking rough this morning. Um, had a visitor this morning, so I wasn't able to jump into the shower yet. But anyway, from that last business I said that I was working at, I I did make a friend. I'm not going to say his name out here, but I consider him a real friend. We don't talk very often. Um, I'm just gonna say that his name is Big D. I'm not sure if he's gonna see this video or not, but uh, uh, if you see this, I just want to say hi, Big D. Um, I'm not sure if he sees my YouTube channel. I did tell him about it, but he's the one person besides my hubby that I had made friends with while working at um, these number of different places of employment that I've worked at. And but my point is, there was a girl. I'm not going to say her real name. I'll call her Teresa. I had a really odd feeling about her. And like, I spotted it right away after all the crap that I went through with my husband. And how I can tell the difference between D and Teresa is that D, he was more understanding about my situation than this other woman has. I mean, I didn't go into deep detail of to either one of them. I did tell them a little bit of my life story to let them get to know me a little bit about where I come from, what I've went through. I didn't go into deep detail, but I did tell them some things, and D was more understanding. You stay away from me there, little girl. One of the cats come up here. I didn't want them to, I didn't want her to interrupt my conversation. Anyway, Dee, I consider you a real friend. Even though we don't talk to one another very often, we don't share intimate details. He doesn't tell nothing about his relationship. He tells me about his money problems, and we should both have the same problems. And if I could help you with your money problem, I would. But and I consider him a true friend. He's the one person that has remained with me that I had told about my relationship with my husband and all my past hurts. He's the one person that has stuck with me as my friend. So I consider him as a true friend, even though he was a coworker, even though he's a person I I worked with. But this other woman, this Teresa, I shared her my past hurts. I shared her little bits, tidbits, pieces of my relationship with my husband. And a few of you new subscribers to my channel, you don't know much about myself nor my husband, but my hubby used to be a mechanic. And that's why I kind of, let's say, I kind of latched on to Big D because he was a mechanic himself. He can't work the heavy stuff anymore. Is because he has foot problems now, and I hope he heals up good, so he can at least doesn't risk the chance of losing his foot. He has diabetes too, so he has the chance, if he doesn't take care of himself, he has a chance of losing his extremities. So Big D, if you see this, damn, take care of yourself. I don't want to lose you. You're my one true friend that have stuck with me. You little girl. This is who I'm talking to. There. Oh, that's Junior. That's not. I thought that was Cha Cha. Okay, that's Junior. Anyway, no. You leave my dinner alone. Anyway. Okay. Besides the point of my video is, I tried to make friends with Teresa, and like she had been through the same thing. She had told me she had just gotten out of a narcissistic relationship herself. She has a son herself. She told me she had with a courier business that we were just driving like normal small vehicles like cars and trucks, vans, transport vans, and this woman, I can admit, she is a terrible driver. She even admitted to me that she was a terrible driver. But I do not. I tried very hard not to accept this woman as a friend. I used to drive her home all the time because I am that kind-hearted. If you live far away from your place of employment and you need a ride home, or it takes you an hour and a half or whatever to walk home, I would be willing to give you a ride home, even if my gas is short and I'm running on empty myself, and that's exactly what I did. I was on like maybe an eighth of a tank of gas. I used to give this girl a ride home all the time, and it didn't bother me because I knew I always had gas money. I always knew how to keep my tank full. I always knew well enough to that damn glare again. I always knew well enough to keep gas in my vehicles. But anyway, after I walked away from that business, this woman, this Teresa, she was still working there, and it turned out Big D had to walk away from this business too. He said because he had to go through foot surgery, and I'm not going to go into big details because I don't know the big details. Anyway, uh, D had messaged me and told me that um, he had to wait like 4 to 6 weeks or whatever to heal from doing anything like try and find a job, like try and keep the weight off his foot. And that's understandable because I went through my own hip surgery, so I understood his predicament, and he was like we keep in contact through emails, so it's not nothing sneaky. His wife could easily get into those emails and read her emails, so there's nothing sneaky going on. I just consider D a friend. He's easy to talk to. He's like the big brother I don't have. Um, the so-called little half brother that I have, he's more fairy than brother, thanks to my mother. So I consider D a brother, not a lover, but a brother. I will not destroy his relationship with his wife like that. There's no intention. I don't want that. I just like talking to D because he has been through. He's like 9 years older than I am. Oh, I missed his birthday too. D, if you happen to see this, October 9th, I believe, because it's like a week before my daughter's birthday. D, if I know it's like almost 2 months later, but happy birthday. Sorry for missing your birthday. Anyway, point to my video before I run out of time and energy and space. So after I walked away from this business, Big D had to walk away himself because he had foot surgery. This other woman, I guess she quit because it was becoming wintertime, and the employer didn't want to put winter tires. She was telling me this. He didn't. The employer didn't want to put winter tires on his big Dodge. He had a 2016 Dodge truck, whatever it was, and he didn't want to put brand new winter tires on it. And I'm not saying anymore. So Teresa quit, and she messaged me, and excuse me, I have a rice in between my tooth here. I'm sorry. And so in between all this, it was like a 6 month period, whatever it was. And this was like winter 22, 23. So this was last winter. So D had messaged me and told me that the business was folding. Said that the employer was going out of business. And I asked him what happened with Teresa, and he said he wasn't sure. He said that she had quit for some reason, and he didn't know. I keep looking up to my TV because I have Good Girls on, and I'm just starting to replay them at the beginning. So that's why I keep looking up there. But I lost my place now. D had messaged me and told me that this employer was closing up his business, and so after I had learned that, Teresa had messaged me and told me like we had shared emails, like email addresses and phone numbers, so she was able to text me easily. She has never emailed me, and that's okay too. But in this situation, I want to tell you, co-workers are not your friends. I'm thinking here. Thinking what I want to say. It comes to mind when I'm not on camera, and then when I'm on camera, I lose everything. But I recently cleaned up my phone too, so a lot of her messages are gone. I was trying to make space to make videos, so when I went to go clean up my phone, my messages disappeared. But anyway, she had texted me and told me she was looking for a car. And I told her, I said, well, if you need help looking for a car, I said, I can like help drive you around, or if you give me gas money, I can help drive you around, or help you look for a car. told him, I said, my hubby used to be a mechanic, so I know some things about cars. And I got hair on my nose. So I know some things about cars. And then she goes into big detail and tells me, oh, her dad knows better. He knows more about cars. He lives out on the reserve or whatever she was saying, out on Muscapine Reserve. And she was saying that she doesn't always get along with her dad, but her dad is always telling her what to do, and and telling her this and that, and like she hasn't got a mind of her own. Like she can't think for herself. She always has to ask her dad, or her dad always has to tell her like what to do. Like she hasn't got a mind of her own. She can't make up her own decisions. This is how mind controlling that her father is. And like my mom used to be like that. And so she kept telling me that her dad is like he's a mechanic himself. He can fix my car. He can help me find a vehicle. I said, okay, if you don't need my help, then I don't know why I couldn't see while I was trying. So anyway, she kept messaging me and telling me she was looking for a car, and like she the car that she had, she got into an accident with or whatever, and she was looking for a car, and and I said, well, if you need help looking for a car, I said, I have some knowledge about a car, I said. And so she told me that her and her dad she went to go look at this car. I can't remember what kind of car it was, but she said that she went to go look for a car, and that she said that it was out of time, and her dad said that it wasn't a good car, and I'm not sure what else was wrong with it, but it wasn't running right, and her dad was saying better. And I said, well, when you go to start it, I said, there was something wrong with the motor or whatever it was out of time or something. It wasn't running right. And her dad was telling her that it wasn't a good car to get for the money that the person was selling it for. And so I told her, I said, well, you don't look at the engine right away. You look at the tailpipe. You look at the tailpipe right away. And that was one thing my hubby taught me, is that yes, you look at the engine, but the first thing when you go to start the like any vehicle, you look at the tailpipe right away, because everything from inside the engine blows out the tailpipe out of the back of the vehicle, and you can actually see what the motor is doing. You can actually see like how good the oil or whatever, like you can actually see how the gas is burning. Like if the exhaust is clean or whatever, then it would be like a decent vehicle. And I was trying to tell her this. Like this is what my hubby taught me. So I've never tried it, but I used to watch him like do this with cars all the time. And so I tried to tell her this. I told her, I said, you don't look at the motor right away. And then she comes back in her text message and she goes, yeah, what do you mean you don't look at the motor right away? Sure, of course you don't. Of course you look at the motor. And I was trying to explain to her that, yes, you look at the motor, I said, but you look at the exhaust first. And she got into a big text message argument with me, saying that my information is wrong. And I told her, I said, my hubby was a mechanic. I said, this is what, and well, my dad's a better mechanic. And so I shook my head. And in the end, after that conversation, she told me my husband and I were both stupid for not knowing to look at the engine first. And like, I put up a lot of abuse from people over the years. And I've gotten to the point, sorry, I'm trying to get my story out. I put up with a lot of abuse over the years from people calling me stupid, calling me dumb, being negative towards me. And as soon as she called me stupid, I told her, I said, you can't be doing that. I said, you can't call my husband stupid. I said, what are you doing calling my, I said, what are you doing calling my husband stupid? I said, he's not here anymore for you to be doing that. He's passed away. He's not walking this world anymore. What are you calling a dead guy? Personally, you don't even know she's calling stupid. She doesn't even know him, and she's calling him stupid. As soon as she did that, I blocked her on my text message right away. I haven't heard from her since then. Told her, you said you. I told her before I blocked her. I said you can't call. I said, don't you be calling me stupid. I said, because I'm not stupid. I blocked her right away on my text message. I haven't heard from her since. This was several months ago. This was probably last spring when I last spoke to her. I haven't heard from her since. She hasn't emailed me since. I had to get this off my chest. I wanted to put it somewhere. I've complained to my girls about this. My oldest daughter, she's sitting here listening to me right now. That's why I struggle to make videos, because I don't want my girls to hear me what I have to say. But I'm sure in the future, somewhere after I've long gone and passed, my girls will probably listen to my videos later. But this woman, she was a co-worker, and I thought she was a friend. I'm not awake yet, so that's why I'm looking the way I am. I thought I had made a friend in this woman, but instead, she was just another narcissistic, know-it-all person. I blocked her right away. I haven't heard anything from her since. And that's what I tell you. When you go out and go work for a business out in the world, that's why I quit looking for a job. Is because of having to work with other people out there. People like this, people like Teresa, they think they know it all. I was with my ex-husband for 26 and a half years. And at least 25 of those, we worked on vehicles. I helped him tow cars. I helped him pull cars apart. I pulled my first engine apart. I met my husband when I was in June of 94. Our anniversary is June 2nd, 94. And I pulled my first truck apart. My white. I had a white Ford half-ton truck that I named Snowman. And he needed an engine. He went through like 4 engines before we were even able to find a good engine for him. We were pulling engines and putting engines back into that truck left and right. It's all we used to do for the first couple of 2-3 summers that we were together. We were just working on cars. I actually I was 94 would have been 23 and a half. So by 95, 96, so I was like 25 and a half when I pulled my first truck apart. 25 and a half. And I'll be 54 in a month. In January here, I'll be 54. So half my lifetime, I was with my hubby fixing cars, and she told me I was stupid. I mean, yeah, I may not be able to pull like today's vehicles apart. And I may not know, I know the ins and outs of it. I can't pull them apart and I can't fix them. But I can tell you what's wrong with them. And I've always been like that. I could always tell my hubby what was the problem. All I would do was hear the sound of the engine. I knew right away what it was. And this woman tells me that I'm stupid. I can change my own tire. I would probably change my own oil, but I don't want to crawl into my truck and get squished. That's the only reason why I take my vehicle into a shop, because I don't want to get squished. I don't want the vehicle to fall on me. I'd be by myself. My girls don't help me fix cars. My middle daughter, Chicken, she knows a little about cars. She probably knows just about as much about cars as I do, because Daddy used to try and teach her things about cars. But I didn't want to. That's there's no reason to call a person stupid. There's no excuse for that. And I won't take that kind of abuse from anybody now. I just stand put. You call me stupid or any other negative name or whatever. and I'll just walk away from you. I'll just block you. I'll no longer consider you a friend. You're just somebody I met on the journey of this life. Excuse me. You're nobody. You're nothing to me. I'm trying to heal myself from people like this. And that's what I need to do. I've wiped out everybody who's ever been nasty and mean to me. Big D has never been mean to me. He's always been good to me. And that's what I like about it. He's never called me down. And now I'm about to cry because he is my one true friend since my hubby left. Now I don't want to cry here because if Big D is watching this video, I don't want him to see me cry. That's why I consider D a friend, is because he's never put me down. And I've never seen him put his wife down either. And that's the one good quality I look for in a person. So yeah, your coworkers are not your friends. No matter what you, where you see it or where you meet them, who you work with, they're just another person hired to do a job. And I don't recommend making friends with your coworkers. Don't share your personal life with your coworkers. Your personal life is your own. And it stays home. You're having trouble with your wife? Take it up with your wife. Don't share it out in the world. I wasn't taught that growing up. Be right back. My daughter's coming upstairs. I'll be back. Okay. So another thing is, I told this woman, well, before I blocked her, I said, if I'm so stupid, then I said, you can stay with your dad. I said, you can let your dad, I said, you can just let your dad help you find a car, I told her. And what else was I going to say? I just lost it again. And another thing is, she had text messaged me before this conversation here. She had text messaged me before, and like, it had already been gone from this business for probably 2, 3, 4 months before she messaged me. And she asked me if I had found a job yet. And I told her no. I said, and this was just like, let's say, the beginning of all these immigrants coming in. Like, not the beginning, but when they actually start piling into the country here. And she had asked me if I had found a job yet. And I said no. I said she asked me what kind of work I was looking for. And I said I was looking for courier work. I told her, just wait, I have a point. And I didn't tell her this, but I'm trying to figure out another solution to make money, right? And like the thought of creating a YouTube channel, like, I really like that idea. I wanted to create a YouTube channel so I could actually get my story out. And I didn't tell her this. I told her, I said I had another idea, but I didn't tell her. I didn't tell her what I was doing. I didn't feel confident in telling her my personal business. And so I had told her, I said, I got a part-time job working for another business, but it was only part-time and it wasn't really covering my bills. The girls were still paying for three-quarters of our bills. And then I told her, I said, I found this other job, this other part-time job. It was more like a casual thing. And it still wasn't paying for our bills. And she goes, why don't you just quit trying to work, just retire and just live off the benefits of the social program. And I don't want to do that either, is because I don't like the social program. I want to be independent. I want to be independent of the system. I don't want the government telling me what to do with my money and how much I can make and how little I can make and all those other reasons that I hate the social program. I hate the social program. Every single goddamn year, I have to go through an annual review to tell them how much money I made in that year. I don't like that. I want to be independent. I want to work for myself. And so she was telling me, oh, I'm just going to live off the social program. And this was after the reserves were dished out 40 grand. The reserves were given land claim money for each of the members of the band members. And my girls got this money too. And they did really good. I'm not going to say what my girls did with their money, but Teresa was telling me what she did with her band. What she did with her money. Said she played it on bingo and the casino and was looking. Now she was like, she had maybe 20 grand left, whatever she said. And she said she was just going to live off the social program because the social program won't and can't consider this 40 grand like income. So the social program can't take this away from her. And I told her, and she's telling me, she said, why don't you just live off the social program until you die? And I told her, I said, I don't want to do that. I said, I want to get myself off the social program, I told her. And she didn't like that idea. I told her, I said, I wanted to be independent. I said, I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to go into business for myself. And then we had that conversation about her dad and her looking for a car and her calling me stupid. And in between time, while she was telling me that she was more or less bragging about having that 40 grand because I didn't get that money. Myself, I didn't get that money. My girls did. My girls got that 40 grand. I've never had that kind of money in hand. I've never gotten that money. I've never seen that money from the government. I've never gotten that money from my mother. I never saw hardly a penny from my dad when he left. I got orphan benefits from my dad, but it didn't last very long. Maybe 2 or 3 years, and that was it. That was maybe $100 a month. My mom was trying to take that away from me too. I wasn't allowed to save that because I had to start buying my own shit. My mother is such a bitch anyway. And she still is. But this woman, she was trying to tell me just to stay on the social program. And I can't live just off this social program. I told you in another video when I was crying in the truck how upset I am. I'm still very upset about having to live off the social program. I'm chewing the inside of my lip. I want to be independent. But after she called me stupid, like I said, I never shared with her my idea of creating a YouTube channel. Because I had thought of this idea of a YouTube channel like probably, let's see, December 2014, probably 11 years ago. 12 years ago. My hubby left in April 2012. And probably shortly after that, probably 2013, I've been wanting to create a YouTube channel. And I just didn't because I was scared. I didn't think anything was going to happen of it. I didn't know much about YouTube. My girls introduced me to the YouTube channel. And now here I am. And I like what I'm doing. I create a video when I want to. I'm not monetized yet, and that's okay. I think I'll go have a shower. My hair is all fluffy. Yeah, if you happen to see this video, and yeah, if you're out, like working a job out in the world somewhere, I will never work for the man again. Never. I I like staying at home with my girls. I I like not working with other people, and I like not having a boss or an employer or somebody else telling me what to do. After my hubby left, I finally took my freedom back. I finally took my power back, and this is what I like. I like doing this, and even though I'm not getting paid for it, I'm hoping it will pay off later. I know my videos aren't the greatest, but I'm hoping my videos will help somebody else out there. So your coworkers are not your friends. And never forget that. They're just somebody who else is hired just like you to do a job. I'm trying to finish my cabbage roll. You're just there to do a job. And if you don't like that job, you quit. It's like I did. The last employer, he gave me a letter, said he was firing me. Had to make up an excuse, saying that I didn't do a job right. No, I knew I did the job right. I don't care what he said. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to build something for myself, and now that old man that operated that business, he's out of business. Now he's got to worry about his own money bills, how his own bills is going to get paid. I'm hoping this video will take off. Well, it might not take off, it might not go viral, but I'm hoping it will help somebody out there to realize that your coworkers are not your friends. Don't be sharing your personal information out there. Because in those coworkers, those so-called friends that you think they're your friends, those people that you think you're friends, they'll just use your personal business against you. They'll hold that against you. And they'll be putting you down and talking about you behind your back. I love that I made a friend in Big D. I love that he does what he does for his family. He tries so goddamn hard to provide for his family. I'm not going to say nothing about his family because it's not my business and it's not nobody else's business. But he has shared a little bit of his past with me too. We are trying to get to know each other a little bit. He has told me things about himself that I don't think anybody else knows. We weren't getting personal. We weren't getting intimate. And that's okay. All I was looking for a friend. And Big D is one of my friends. We don't talk very often. But he is one of my friends. And he's never called me stupid. I'm using this woman. I mean, like I said, I haven't spoken to her since I blocked her. But I'm just looking outside. I'm using the experience of this woman as revenge to succeed and put towards her negativity. How do you say? Use your haters as motivators. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to create this channel. Ooh, I hate the shadows. I'm trying to create this channel so I can build something for myself. Just like what Mr. Beast did. It took Mr. Beast 4 years to get monetized. And that's what they're saying. If I knew it was going to take me 4 or 5 years to get monetized, would I keep posting? Oh yes, I would. I would keep posting videos. I have another video on my phone. I just didn't get it booted up yet or posted yet. If I knew it would take me 4 or 5 or 10 years to get monetized, yes, I would. I would keep posting because I have a lot to say. I'm still not done my dinner yet. Sometimes I don't always know how to say it. I'll grab my coffee. But just to let you know, no matter, a lentil is stuck in my tooth. No matter what, your coworkers are not your friends. They do not deserve, they have not earned the right to your personal life. Do not share your personal life no matter what. I had a feeling when I met Big D that he was somebody I could confide in. I had nobody. I didn't start out like word vomit. I just told him a little bit about, because it's just shortly after the pandemic, I started going back to work, and I had nobody else to talk to, and I was just trying to share a little bit about myself. I have nothing else, except for the experiences, except for the relationships that I have gone through. I have nothing else. I know nothing else, except for the abuse that I've gone through. I have nothing else. I wasn't allowed to have anything else. My mother stopped me from doing that. I'm not going to go into that because that's another video. But no matter what you do, if you watch this video and you're working out there, do not share your personal life with those other people that you're working with. They do not deserve the right to know anything about your personal life. And if they ask you about your personal life or how you're going or whatever, talk to them about the weather. Talk to them about politics. Talk to them about how much of a jackass JT is, Justin Trudeau, or Trump. How much you hate Trump, or how much you hate the celebrities. Talk about something else, but leave your personal life at home. Don't bring it up. If they ask, just say I can't talk about it. Or if they ask about your wife, I ask Big D about his wife all the time. I tell him, I ask her how she's doing. I don't ask about tidbits. I don't ask about the relationship. I know he has a couple of kids. I'm not going to say. I wished him a Merry Christmas. I tell him, wish his family a Merry Christmas. Tell him big hugs. I always send big hugs. Big warm hugs. Because I used one person that I know will understand because of what he shared with me, what he's gone through. I know he has kids because he told me. But I'm not going to say it on here because it's not me. It's not my story. It's Big D's story. Big hugs to you, Big D. If you see this video, big hugs to you, hon. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas. Take care of yourself. But anyway, do not share your personal life. Nobody has earned that right to your personal life. I had a feeling when I met Big D that I could confide in him. That's why he knows a little about me and I know a little about him. I hope this video helps somebody. I'll be back with another video. I always am, no matter how long it takes me to put a video up. I have one on my phone. I just gotta edit it. So anyway, excuse me. My rice is coming out. But anyway, I think this video is long enough. I've repeated myself long enough. Excuse me. Sorry for that. My rice. Anyway, like I said, don't share your personal life. Not to nobody. Don't share your dreams. Don't share your goals. Nothing. I told Big T about my YouTube channel. I even shared him the link to my YouTube channel. I told him, come visit me. I know the subjects of my videos aren't always the greatest, not always the happiest, but I have one video I want to create, and I'm working on it. I'm looking at the computer. I don't have anything on it. But if you can take one thing from this video, do not your co-workers are not your friends. Do not share your personal life with these people, because you don't know them, they don't know you, and when you turn your back and you walk out of that office and these people are still sitting in the lunchroom talking to one another, they will talk about you behind your back. And then they will create stories about you behind your back. That's exactly what some of those people did in the last business that I worked for. People talked about my back. People are going to hate you. People hate me all the time. I'm so used to it. It doesn't even bother me anymore. It just pisses me off. People talk about my behind my back. Nobody likes me. For some god-awful reason, people don't like me, and I have no idea why. But I can live with it. Because like I said, I'm 54 years old, and I fucking made it through. I've lived through the haters. And now I've decided to use, just like what Grant Cardone says, use them haters as motivators. I like Grant Cardone for some things, for his financial advice, for his family beliefs. He's worked really well with Elena. They're a good team. They're a good husband and wife. They're good with their daughters. I wish I could be in a place where I could be friends with Grant Cardone. Yep. There were a few celebrities out there I could be friends with. I'd be all for it. Same with Cameron Diaz. If I could be friends with Cameron Diaz, I'd be in heaven. I'd be in heaven. Jim Carrey, I love Jim Carrey. He's the funniest man I've ever seen. I love his videos. I love his movies. But I got a long ladder to climb before I can get up to Grant Cardone's level. And so I'll use Grant Cardone as my stepping post. And I hope to be able to catch up to him someday. I hope to meet him someday. I would give him a hug. Yep. I've had all my hopes and dreams shattered. Anyway, I've been rambling for the last 20 minutes. And I don't like rambling. I don't like small talk. So if you're going to take anything from this video, do not share your personal life with your coworkers. It's just not worth it. Leave your personal life at home. Leave your wife. If you have problems with your wife, or if you're going through a divorce, leave your divorce at home. Leave you have a, have a broken heart because you're broken up with your wife or your girlfriend. Leave your broken heart at home, or quit the job that you're working at and do something for yourself. You're good at construction or building. You can't work for somebody else. Work for yourself. Create your own business. I've been wanting to create my own business for a very long time, and everybody I've ever told my hopes and dreams with have always told me, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. Why would you want to do this? Why would you want to do that? I've always been talked out of things. And now it's my turn. When's it my turn? When is it my turn? My turn is now. I'm taking my power back. And I'm going to share everything I know the best way I can here on YouTube, so that if somebody out there needs this, maybe my video will help somebody out there who is hurting, who has been through the same crap as I have and doesn't know what to do with it. What I do with it? When that woman called me stupid, I blocked her ass. I didn't have to block her email because she's never emailed me, but I blocked her phone number. She's never talked to me. I think she's tried to message me twice. She tried to text message me twice, and I didn't answer. Because I had blocked her, and she tried to message me after that. And I said, "Who's this?" And she said it was Teresa. And I said, "What do you want?" She said she wanted to take me out for coffee. And I said, this was 7 months later, after she got her 40 grand, she wanted to finally take me out for coffee? I would have $5 in my pocket and tell you, "Do you want a coffee?" I told her that. I bought her a coffee. $10 I had in my pocket, and I bought her a coffee. And that never came back. She had to wait till she got her 40 grand to try and buy me a coffee. She's never invited me for a coffee until after she told me I was stupid. Figure that one out. $10 every time I made a paycheck. I probably left about a month and a half after she started working at that same place that we were both working at. And when I was driving her home, if I had little money in my pocket, I asked her, "You want a coffee?" I was going to stop for a coffee, for Timmy's coffee. "Oh, sure, yeah. Always willing to take it." But she never wanted to give it back. I don't know how many coffees I bought her. At least 3. Or a tea, whatever she wanted. Bought her a donut, whatever I had. $10. That's all I'd spend on her. To see if it would come back. If it came back, fine. If it didn't come back, then it would just be something I would hold against you. I bought Big D coffee. I bought one of my other female, actually 2 of them. 2 of the other female workers that I worked with, I bought them both coffees. That one girl, she tried to give me a toonie back. I told her, "Don't worry about it, it's just coffee." I bought Big D a bottle of water because there was no water at the shop there. We were at the office there where we were working, and he really needed water because of his diabetes. He needed to wash the sugar out of his system, and I bought him a big bottle of water, even though it cost me almost $4, and it didn't bother me. I just told him, "Just drink that water." I told him. I'm always so good-hearted. I've spent the last $5 out of my pocket, and I would share that with people, not expecting anything back. But this woman, she wasn't willing to pay me back. I mean, sure, she tried to give me $5, $10 for gas or whatever. She tried to do that. But she had to wait. The point is, she had to wait till she got her 40 grand. And she still didn't give me a coffee back. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I actually forgot about it until now. My point is of this video is, your coworkers are not your friends. They don't know you. You don't know them. And you have no idea whatever information that you share of your personal life, you have no idea what information they're going to share with somebody else. Like a domino effect. They tell one thing, that person tells another thing, and bang, 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 till they get to the very last domino, and the whole world knows your shit. If I'm going to tell somebody my shit, then I'd rather just get on YouTube and share the world my shit. You ain't going to know it. You ain't going to take my information and go share it with your buddy down or your cousin or whatever. Anyway, I've rambled on too long. It's been a half hour, and I still have the first part of this clip to put together. Anyway, I hope you have a good day. I'm going to try and get that other video up if I can. Excuse me. This is the true me. What you get, what you see, this is me. Maybe I might go have a shower so I can go clean up, fix my hair. Anyway, put my coffee at the end of the table so it doesn't get spilt. One bite left. Yeah, it wasn't a mukbang. And I'm just sitting here trying to get this off my chest because it's things that ramble inside this old brain of mine. Sometimes I just can't let things go until I get them off my chest. And my girls, they don't need to hear my shit. They've heard enough of my shit. That's why I created this YouTube channel, with hoping that my shit would help somebody else who's going through the same shit as me. Anyway, yeah. I'm going to label this video, your coworkers are not your friends. And if you can take something from it, use whatever you get out of it. If you can, or should I say, if you can take something from it, share down in the comments box and tell me about your own experiences. Share, like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I got interrupted by a phone call again. But anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't be afraid to share my video. That's why I put these videos out. Make a comment. I always try and get to my comments if I can. Sometimes it might take me a day or two because I'm busy with housework and the girls. But you're more than willing to share the video. Oh, I think it's 1:45, 20 to 2, whatever time it is. I started this video an hour ago. I hope it's not that long. But enjoy your day. Have a good day. Stay warm. If you're up in here in Canada when it's freezer in hell. Stay warm. Stay safe. Be good. And whatever you're going through, keep going. The girls and I, we go through our own shit. And we're still trudging through it. Have yourself a good day. See you in the next video. Bye.